Aloha, this is Bill Best at the Schaefer International Gallery on the grounds of the Maui Arts and Cultural Center for the artist reception for the 2016 Hawaii National Park Centennial Juried Exhibition. And I've had a chance to peek in the windows, and it looks like a fabulous show, which is what you would expect from the Schaefer International Gallery. We've been here before, and we will undoubtedly be here again, and we hope to talk with some of the artists and some of the people who are making this wonderful exhibit possible. So come on a journey with us and expose yourself to art. And we have Polly Angelakis here in right outside the Schaefer Gallery. They're about ready to do the whole presentation here very shortly, and they're going to be giving out leis and everything. But thanks for joining us here on camera.
Glad to be here. It really is an honor to be here.
Well, I was struck by your wonderful hat because I have a huge hat collection, and evidently one has to become part of the Park Service to get the hat.
You do. You have to become part of the Park Service. You can volunteer and get a different cool hat.
Really? You, along with NIDA and I guess a few others, helped get this going. Tell us about that.
In 2012, several park employees went to NIDA and presented her with this idea about a juried expedition about the centennial. I started working at Haleakala in 2012, and NIDA and I began working together last year along with Rachel Hodara, our museum curator, and many, many other people to make this exhibit happen.
Yeah, well, I was asking you a little earlier how often you go up to the top of Haleakala. You go up there every day.
Every day.
It's
every day, and I love it.
Yeah, and what a view, of course.
Yeah.
So what are your functions up there?
I'm the Chief of Interpretation, so I oversee all of the education programs, the volunteer programs, the visitor centers, all of the ways that we try to connect with the people through in-person programs, exhibits, and social media.
And I didn't realize there were so many programs involved with Haleakala. Do people have to go up to the top for all these programs?
No, people can connect with us on social media. We have a Facebook page and a Twitter account. We have a web page, and the best way to see the park is, of course, to go up there in person. But there are other ways people can visit the park virtually online.
Well, I've had a chance to spend a couple nights in the park, and the Friends of Haleakala National Park have these wonderful tours that you can go on. They're like service trips.
Yes.
How does that work?
So you sign up on the Friends of Haleakala website, and they're led by a volunteer, and they'll spend 1 or 2 nights in the crater doing various work, usually removing endangered species, removing invasive species.
Yeah, no.
No, we're keeping endangered species there.
No.
Which helps protect the endangered species.
Right.
They'll do cabin maintenance, trail maintenance, basically whatever work that it needs to be done, the Friends of Haleakala will do on their service trips.
Well, when I think of people protecting the native species, I think of people standing outside the silver sword saying, step back, do not touch the silver sword. But it's more than involved than that, and you've got to be in some kind of good shape to hike in and out. The sliding sands alone will get you going in, and the switchbacks going out. I've said it's like going to Disneyland, and you get in a line and you think, oh, we're almost there, and then you turn the corner and you're not even close.
Yeah.
So how can people sign up for those tours? Do they have to go through the Friends of Haleakala National Park?
Yeah, the Friends of Haleakala have a web page. You can sign up for the service learning trips on their web page, and that's completely managed by the Friends of Haleakala. We try to have a ranger at least hike the first day with them or first couple of hours with them to get some of that learning into the service learning, and then the volunteers they have are wonderful. They've been working or hiking in the crater longer than I have, and a lot longer than some of the staff, and they're just a wonderful resource to learn about the crater.
How long have you been a part of the Park Service?
I've been a park ranger for 30 years.
Really?
Yes.
But not always here.
No, but Haleakala was the very first national park I ever hiked in back in college. And that experience made me want to become a park ranger. So it was really special to come back here as an employee.
Can an older person become a park ranger? I'm 71.
You know, we offer jobs on USA Jobs all the time.
Really?
And if a job doesn't work out, there are lots of volunteer opportunities all over the country.
Well, Polly, thanks for talking with us. We're looking forward to seeing the show, and people are already gathering to receive leis, some of the artists,
Yes.
and so it should be a lot of fun. And I love the openings here, and Schaefer Gallery just does it so well, and Ida Bangeter really deserves
Yes.
tremendous credit.
Yes, she does.
So, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Aloha. We're here with Matt Werdeman with the Friends of Haleakala National Park. And what is your official title?
I'm the president of the board of Haleakala National Park.
President of the board. That sounds kind of boring.
Well, it's not that exciting, but it does keep me busy. But a lot of things the Friend do is a lot of fun.
Well, you've been wonderful in keeping Mana'o Radio in the loop about your tours. And I was just talking with Polly, who's one of the people up at Haleakala.
She's a ranger there. That's
Yeah,
correct, yes.
I was curious how I could get one of those hats. And you have to actually become a ranger.
Apparently you do have to be
gotta
employed there to get a
Yeah,
hat,
I see
yes.
you're not wearing
I'm not.
an official hat.
That's true.
But do you spend a lot of time up on Haleakala?
I do. I mean, you mentioned our tours up there. Technically speaking, they're service trips.
Right,
So
right.
and we do offer a trip once a month, 2 days, 2 nights, 3 days.
Yeah.
We stay in the cabins. Usually involves a backpack in of about 10 miles, backpack out of 10
Yeah,
miles.
it can be pretty rigorous. You
You
got to
need
be
to be
in
physically
shape.
fit,
You
that's
really
true.
do. Because a lot of people, I'm sure, would love to go up and work in the park and be in that rarefied atmosphere.
Well, we do cater to people that aren't seasoned backpackers. We can loan you equipment, give you advice. You do need to have shoes and a sleeping bag, but the rest of it we can sort of provide.
I do think that if you had a palanquin service where people could carry you in, you know, and
Yeah.
that's kind of my style. But I went into Haleakala and we spent a couple nights there. We didn't go on one of your tours, but we stayed in a couple of the cabins and then went out, the switchbacks. And I can tell you, even though I wasn't much of a hiker, that was strenuous for me.
There's no
It was
doubt it is a strenuous trip.
very
You're correct.
challenging,
Yes.
yeah.
But if you take your time and you're at least a little bit equipped,
Yeah.
you can make it. And I'm sure it was a memorable experience for
It
you.
was absolutely one of the most wonderful experiences of my life, truly. And I would encourage anybody to go on some of these service trips if they can. Friends of Haleakala National Park website.
That's the way to find us, or listen to Mana'o Radio. You guys are always
That's
very
right.
supportive of us.
Well,
So-
you send out these great informational PSAs, but not too informational. There's always just enough information there where we can get people to go to your website, fhnp.org,
That's
correct?
the strategy. Exactly correct, yes.
Yeah. Because people really need to know what it takes to go on even in and out of Haleakala, even for a day.
Well, they do. So,
Yeah.
And I do get a lot of calls when people ask me, what's the weather like up there? What should I bring in? And, would I be okay if I go along? And
Right.
we sometimes will have informational a night before the trip to make sure people are prepared, but we at least talk people through it before.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are surprises, but people learn when they're surprised, and that's what makes it exciting.
Well, can people volunteer in other ways for Friends of Haleakala National Park?
They can. I mean, we have actually a lot of administrative needs. People to take care of our donor services, recruiting, sort of website and advertising, writing for our newsletter. And we're also starting some day programs where people that can't backpack can come up and help to maintain the park just for a day, like for half a day on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to start those later this year.
You can go up and brush the nene and
Figuratively, maybe, but, but not literally. So,
well, thanks so much for talking with us. We're really looking forward to the show. It hasn't opened yet. They're going to be giving out leis to the artists in just a bit, so we're anxious to see some of the wonderful work that's
I
been
am
done.
too. I heard it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks
very much,
again.
Bill.
Yeah. Ken Sharon.
Yeah.
And his wonderful drawing here. You won Juror's Honorable Mention, which qualified you for a good hug.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
But a good hug from in Hawaii is worth all the hugs in the world,
Yeah.
I say.
The
I've said
gallery
that before.
manager gave me a big hug.
Really? Nida Bangader?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah, yeah. It was
So
good.
tell us about your piece.
So I decided, because I thought everyone was going to be doing landscapes, I thought I'd try to do people as to take a different approach. And so I put Thomas Jagger, Lauren Thurston, and Alexander Lancaster, who was a guide, and that was the volcanologist, and this was the man that lobbied Washington to have it made into a park. But he was also the man that overthrew the Hawaiian monarchy. So halfway through the drawing, I realized it was the same Lauren Thurston, and I went, oh no, because Nalani was going to be the juror, and I thought, oh, she's not going to like a picture of him. But I just said, okay, well, I've got it started, I have to just finish. So I finished it, and I thought it turned out pretty good. And now here I am with an honorable mention. So thank you to Nalani for accepting my piece. And to Jay Jensen also.
Yeah. So I've not come across your artwork before.
I'm on the Big Island, that's why.
Oh, okay, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I live on the Hilo side.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Hawaiian Acres in near Curtistown.
Wonderful. I noticed in going to the Big Island, there's a different form of graffiti there, where they create graffiti out of white coral. And you see it alongside the roadside. I always thought that was fascinating.
Well, actually, in more recent years, they're starting to clean that up. It was a big trend for a while.
Yeah.
And now along the highway there by the Kona Airport, they've taken some of it away to try to get it less graffiti. I guess it got to be too much.
So I assume this is pencil?
Yes, that's all it is, pencil.
Pencil. That's
pencil
all
on
it is?
paper, yeah.
Well, a lot of people could pick up a pencil and not even draw a straight line.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anyway, with all the mediums, that's another thing I thought, oh, well, I'll try something. Instead of entering a painting, I knew there would be lots of paintings.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, oh, I'll just enter the drawing, and
what a great
it
idea.
paid off with a hug.
Yes. Well, great meeting you.
Thank you.
Where can we see your art outside of the Big Island?
Well, my website is www.sharon-artfarm.com. And you can look up my name, Ken Sharon, on the internet, and you can find contact information.
All right, Ken, nice meeting you. Thanks so much. We're with Ian Edmondson, who is a ceramicist, and we had run across Ian at the last show we did at the Hui Noya Visual Arts Center for their Family Day. And here he is. He's got a piece in the current show at the Schaefer. And congratulations for getting into the Schaefer Gallery for this very, I would say, prestigious and remarkable show, really.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was very pleased to be part of kind of a large group, I think 76 artists, and from not just Hawaii, but across America.
Tell us about your piece.
Well, this piece came out of just the inspiration from running around on the lava flows on the Big Island, where you see pohoihoi, the very ropey lava.
The pohoihoi, yeah.
And if people haven't seen it before, it comes out like hot cake batter and folds over itself, and then hardens with all these beautiful folds. So it's like half the Big Island is wrapped in black draperies, splits open, and ferns and other things start growing in it, and becomes kind of a Zen garden.
Yeah, yeah. So is this a specific place that you ran across, or is this from your imagination,
Well,
Ian?
it's over and over. You can't help but walk across the lava flow and see exactly this kind of thing. The pioneering species growing out of the cracks that collect the water. And so it's all over the place. It's every day there, and part of my impulse is to kind of bring nature indoors. So this is a little example of that.
Well, it's kind of like nature is creating art all the time, and we just have to become aware of it. And you are actually helping us become more aware of the art that's around us all the time.
Oh, thank you. Well, the other thing that's fun is that I don't know, for me as an artist, I could never do anything that's really as good as what nature does every day. But in the process of doing something like this, you kind of stylize nature and find something pleasing in the piece.
Yeah, well, you did a beautiful thing. And again, congratulations for being in the show.
Thank you.
And it's wonderful to run across you once again doing on exhibit.
Yeah, not in the ceramic studio. I have clean clothes on for a change.
Yeah, I kind of like the funkier, creative garb myself.
Yeah.
So thanks again, Ian.
Thank
Congratulations.
You. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Wilma Nakamura, one of our favorite artists on Maui, in front of your wonderful piece.
Thank you. Gesture tinged with awe.
I beg your pardon?
That's the name of the piece.
Oh, it is. And each one of these is an original postcard that you put together.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
With your own photography?
Yes.
And they have little messages on them?
This is all about Kilauea Iki erupting in 1959.
Okay.
And so I was 12 at the time, and I wrote, I narrated and I wrote what I remembered about it and what was actually going on in 1959.
Wow.
And, yeah.
So you were born and raised on
in
Maui?
Hilo?
Or in Hilo?
Yeah.
In Hilo.
Yeah.
And you've lived here all this time, and you've been really a creative force
Thank you.
on Maui. I know you're very humble, so but that's okay. I prefer someone who is a little humble when they do such magnificent work over the years.
Thank you.
How many pieces do you think you've done?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 40. I don't know.
20, 40, there's got to be 100 pieces right here.
This is 100 postcards, yeah.
Now, is this is all one piece, or would people be able to buy a postcard? You
No.
Can't buy one.
No, if you buy one, you're going to have to buy the
Buy
whole
the
rack.
whole thing. It's just marvelous.
Thank you.
Marvelous. So what's next for Wilma Nakamura?
I don't know.
You don't. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Improv all the way.
Yeah.
Very good. Wilma, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right. We're going to mix and mingle and maybe get another Mai Tai. We got George Allen here, who didn't get into the show. He didn't enter. He didn't enter a piece in the show, and I think that's a good thing because it gives other people a chance to display their work.
Yeah, that's very nice, but I just didn't enter. It's one of those years. I took a year off, more or less.
Well, you did.
Well, sort of. Yeah.
Well,
from
I've been
anything.
wondering where you were.
Yeah, and it's coming back. I got to get busy pretty soon because I got a couple of shows coming up.
Well, I always think of you as always working, always with your palette knife.
Yeah, but I've been at it for so bloody long that, oh, excuse me. I guess you're not allowed to say bloody.
Bloody? No, that's all right. Yeah, we can say that. It's on the internet.
Oh.
You can say anything on the internet.
Oh, well.
Yeah, let's see. What's one of the worst words we could use? They had to bleep that out. I don't know if you saw that.
I'm not gonna say that. You're leading me astray.
Well, George is one of our favorite artists on Maui.
Well,
We've seen
thanks.
his work in so many places.
Yeah.
I love the juiciness of your work.
Yeah, so do I.
Just, I want to bite it. I actually want to chew on your work sometime.
Well, if I ever see teeth marks, I know where to go.
You'll know where.
I've got to come after you with a paintbrush.
Now, we've talked before on camera, and I'm always amazed that you do what you do with a palette knife. Because I can't imagine creating artwork with a palette knife.
It's the easiest thing to use.
For you?
Yeah. Oil paint, the easiest thing to use, oil paint. So much easier than watercolors or acrylic. So I use that. A palette knife, once you get the hang of it, which takes a couple of days.
That's it.
It's easy. It's really easy. You can do
Anybody
everything
can
you
do
want.
it.
No mess, and you don't have to use turpentine. It's really a terrific thing to use.
You can be as good as George Allen in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah. No, that's a great thing.
What do you think of the show that you've seen so far?
I haven't seen all of it. I've seen a little bit, But what I've seen is pretty bloody good, I
Yeah.
tell you. Yeah, it's,
Now we're only going to be able to see a little bit of the show. I encourage you to come out to the Schaefer Gallery during their regular hours. You can come when they're not open, but you'll have to look through the window. But otherwise, I encourage you to come out and check out this show. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. It's a class act, and it's a very important special show for Maui because it's national, and that means a lot to us.
Yeah.
People sending stuff to us to show and get juried in. It's a gutsy thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
And it shows. It's a really, really good show.
Wouldn't you say it's a bloody great show?
Yeah.
There we go.
If you, yeah.
According to George Allen, he should know.
Everyone should come and have a look. They'll
Absolutely.
be proud. They'll be really proud.
Right.
Yeah. That it's on Maui.
All right. Thank you, George, for all you do.
Yeah.
We love your work.
Well, thank you. Thanks very much.
All right, we're here with Rosa Dare, and thank you for taking a little time out from this
Aloha.
incredible show. Aloha.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, we talked with you before.
Yes.
I can't remember exactly what show it was.
Restraint and Revolution at the MACC.
And it was another big piece.
It was indeed 21 pieces in all, in fact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And what compels you to do such large pieces?
I'm a short girl. I have to do the dichotomy,
What,
right?
do you have to climb up on
I
a
do.
ladder or
Yes,
something?
yes.
Oh my gosh.
A scaffolding, actually. I have a
Oh,
full-on
yeah.
scaffolding.
Oh, kind of like Michelangelo or, oh yeah,
You got
there you
it.
go.
You got it.
In the tradition.
In the tradition, following the great footsteps.
Well, tell us who is this lady?
Oh, I love this woman. She is this beautiful mother. She now has her third child because the baby is out of the womb, as it were. She was 8 months pregnant during the photo shoot, and it was all about the painting is about the pico, which is the belly button. It's the umbilical cord. And what the tradition is you take the umbilical cord, you make a hole, you put the umbilical cord in the hole, you put a rock on top of it, and it is asking the land to give long life and healthy life to your child. And it's been going on for centuries. And in Kilauea on the Big Island, there are these petroglyphs and these picos, these holes, belly buttons, on this in Kilauea, and it's just magnificent. So I wanted to represent the past and also the present and merge the two together.
Well, it's beautiful work.
Thank you.
Are you working with oils?
I am working with oils, and all of the lava stone is palette knife and metallic
Okay.
pigment. So in the sunlight, it shines just like lava rock. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And what is her name?
She'd rather not mention.
Oh, really?
She's shy.
A secret.
She's
oh, I love
shy.
secrets.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, you'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
There you go, exactly.
Thank
The
you.
unknown woman.
Now, how can people see your artwork?
Easy enough, rosadare.com, A-D-A-R-E.
There you go,
Yeah.
rosadare.com. All right.
Well, mahalo for
Thank
having
you,
a
and-
lovely conversation and a striking hat.
And thank you for being so creative. It's
Thank you.
inspiring. It's beautiful.
Thank you, and thank you.
All right, and thank you. That'll do it for our visit to the Schaefer International Gallery for the Hawaii National Park's 2016 Centennial Juried Exhibition. It's a wonderful show. We've only been able to give you a glimpse of what you can see at the Schaefer Gallery, so I encourage you to stop on by if you can, and that's through November 6th. That's Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and also before Castle Theater shows and during intermission. Make it a point of exposing yourself to this fabulous show, and who knows, maybe you'll end up taking a little trip up into Haleakala National Park or contacting our friends with the Friends of Haleakala National Park. I'm Bill Best with Carl Rozicki. Thanks to Larry John for all he does to help support the arts, and thank you for watching On Exhibit with Bill Best. Aloha.